Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. There we go. Hello, 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 hello. Sorry, I'm slightly late. We're here now. Good evening. I hope we're all okay. Hello, 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 hello. Perfect. So let me just get this camera angle perfect and we're good to start. So a lot has happened on the page over the last couple of days. So I will... Sorry, sometimes my mouse just doesn't want to respond, so I have to sort of knock it. I don't know if that's what I should do, but that's what happens. So if you see me sort of knocking, it's just this mouse is the way I get it to sort of say that I want it to wake up and respond to me now. Yes, Irene, you'd like to be moved to Friday. And if I just make a note. Perfect, not a problem. And then I'll take the order form out a little bit later on. Okay, so it is Tuesday. I hope we've all had a good start to our week. So you may have been bombarded with the live events on the page yesterday, Monday. Yesterday. So I did from basically today's live all the way through to the end of September. You may have seen that I do have some dates off spattered around. The main one is, I think, quite a few in a row in July. It is July the 21st until the end of July, basically. We are not here, but then we're back again at the 2nd of August. So I've also done a post with all the live dates sort of in one row, one go, if you like, so you can definitely see the ons and like when we're definitely on, and the definite dates were booked off as well. So I've just posted that link in the comments, but like I said, I've always also done all the events. Now I know it's a lot of events on Facebook, but if you do go through and click going to each of those events, it actually then notifies you for the start of each live. So I know some people like to do that as it is helpful, but I do understand I've posted from now to the end of September, so there is quite a few to go through if you've got a spare 20 minutes to go through and do it. I did post the order list on the page. Also, I have put a lot of new items in the coming soon section, so they will go live to everybody else from tomorrow and Thursday onwards. Supporters obviously have already had access all week. So yeah, there's the coming soon. So you can now see the items that will be live from Wednesday and Thursday, available to purchase, plus a couple more that are now back in stock. Supporters, if you haven't seen, I have updated the stock levels on the new items. So the popular jellyfish charm is now back in stock, along with like the spotted mushroom, the blushing heart, the sunset surfboard, and a couple of others I've updated the stocks on, so they are now back in stock. And those ones I just mentioned won't be on that coming soon section yet, but they will go on in the next couple of days as well. So you can sort of see all the stock that's coming there. So 46 items I put in there, so that will go up, like I said. But yeah, so I hope you're happy with those. We are still available for openings today. Obviously, we do have a little bit of an order list, so as long as you don't mind waiting to go to the end of that order list, then that is perfect. I'm just refreshing here so I can just print this off before I start, and then we'll jump straight in. So up first is Tracy Downing, but bear with me, Tracy, but are you here? Is the duck coming? Yes, the duck is here, Charlotte. Let me make a note. It's 100% here. Update duck stock. I went to do it earlier and I was updating because the pig charm, now it never went out of stock, but it went low, so I was updating the pig earlier. I thought, oh, I need to do the duck, and then I didn't do the duck for some reason. So yeah, I'll do the duck tomorrow because it's definitely here. The captions Are the captions not on? Does anyone have captions, or is it off for everybody? If it's off for everybody, then I think that would be my end, and I'll have a quick look. I hope there are lots of ducks. There's over 10, so there's quite a few. I don't know how many over 10, which is why I haven't updated it yet, but I know that it's definitely over 10. I think between 10 and 20 ducks, I think, are going on. So, but if not, I can get, obviously, I do have them in. Okay, so some people have captions, some people don't. So that then tells me that my captions are turned on, because obviously if nobody had them, they'd be off my end. But if some people do have them, then it means that they are turned on. So I think it would just be a fact of, hopefully those who haven't got them can be able to turn them on. Yeah, Shirley, they're on the website, my lovely. So if you order, it will then get added to your order. That's not a problem. I'm just quickly having a look, just in case it is me. I can't find where it is. Right, let me go on to there. Oh no, they're back on now, Hannah. Okay, perfect. So let me come away from this, because otherwise I'm not going to see comments. I'll get myself lost. Right, so Tracy, you said you was here. Hello, my lovely. Tracy, you have got 2 hatch eggs. So just confirm that you're happy. We're just going to do the first egg, obviously, first, and then we'll find out what you're going to do, and then we'll do the second egg afterwards. No, fireballs are definitely on there. I think if you go into themed jewellery, and then the fireballs are in the themed jewellery. I can put the link in afterwards. So Tracy, let me go down first. You do get this donated pearl. Now it is the last donated pearl from leftover from the last live. I'll pop it in the sand after your hatch pops, but I just wanted to show you that you do get that, as that was the last one that was left over. So hatch number 1, good luck, Tracy. And you've got 2 pearls in your one. You have got a forest green and a burgundy red. So forest green and burgundy red. Gives me Christmassy vibes there. Now, with this one, you have got a pendant, and it is a cage pendant. So this does mean you'll be able to swap and change the pearls around inside the cage pendant at home. The cage holds 1 pearl at a time. It does have a little bit of wording on here. It does say, I love you forever. So this is in like a pear drop shape. If I just get it focused for you. So pear drop overall. And then from the top points coming down either side, you do have clear zircon crystals to give it that little bit of sparkle. Along the very bottom rim, it does say, I love you forever. And then in the middle, you've got this like twirling vine leading up to this flower top right at the top. Your pearl then sits right in the centre. And then, like I said, you'll be able to swap and change that around at home. Excuse me. Now, your choice here, Tracy, is you can choose to stick with the jewellery and the pearls, or you can swap the jewellery for a lucky dip, or you can swap both pearls for a oyster opening. stick with those, so stick with the jewellery and the pearls. Brilliant. Now I am just going to take these pearls away. Actually, I'll still leave the 9.5 in a separate bag, but I'll bring the pearls back at the end if you'd like to see them. So moving up for your second hatch egg. And good luck for a second time. Four pearls in this one. You have got a sunshine yellow, a snow white, a lavender, and a darker gunmetal grey. Now he does have a little flash of green to him there, but overall he's a gunmetal grey base. So sunshine yellow, bridal white, a lavender, and a gunmetal grey with that flash of green. Now this one I think is one of the new items that are on the website, and this is the one of the blue stone collections, and it's a pendant where the pearl does need to be on the jewellery. So it is almost like a kite diamond shape border with the larger outer silver area. Then you've got this blue crystal at the bottom, again in the same shape but it's just slightly smaller, and then a crystal spot in the middle of that blue crystal. A silver spot in the middle of the blue crystal. And then your pearl gets set right at the bottom there. What do you think to this one? Again, if you're happy with this one, you can stick with him, or you can do a lucky dip for the jewellery, or you can swap all four pearls for one opening. Can we have a lucky dip? Of course we can. So if I just bring you back up, leaving the pearls in the sand, and let me just put this back in the bag first. So if we do your lucky dip, I give them a mix to start with, and then I just remembered, I think there is a loose item of jewellery in there. There is, so I'm going to pop that in a bag in a second. So you have got a charm. Now this charm, I will need to know if you'd like to have a lobster fitting, a hoop fitting, or a 6mm jump ring fitting. And it's one of the monthly charm deals that we've had in the past, which has got two birds sort of flying towards each other within that circle border. So you can choose to have a pearl on or off with this one, and I'll definitely need to know what fitting you would like. Now if I add in the donated pearl, which is that chocolate bronze, you can swap the chocolate bronze pearl if you would like to. Or of course you don't have to, you can keep that one as it is. Now I'm just going to add in your other pearls here as well, because you can choose to have any one of these pearls on the jewellery, or like I say, you don't have to have one on the jewellery if you don't want to. What would you like to do, Tracy? Of course you can, Shan. I hope she feels better soon. Lobster fitting, no pearl. Okay, and then with the chocolate bronze, are you happy with that colour, or would you like to swap that for a different colour? Because that was the one that was gifted to you. So if you want to, you can swap one. So the charm is going to be lobster, no pearl. So with the, oh no, let's put that one on here. Chocolate bronze, are you happy with him or would you like to swap him for a different? Keep the chocolate. Perfect. If I bring you back up then. No, Shan, honestly, it's not a problem at all. I mean, thank you for coming on and letting me know, because if anything, it's nicer when I know, if that makes sense. Obviously, I understand that I can't know all the time, but yeah, it's nice nice to know that somebody won't be there, just so I can then automatically move them. But like I say, I hope she feels better soon. Now, Tracy, I hope you're happy with everything there. So we've got down the charm, no pearl with a lobster fitting, and then obviously that cage pendant, you're going to be able to swap and change the pearls around at home. I hope you're going to be happy with everything once it arrives, Tracy. Now, the item that's loose in here is a bracelet. Here it is. Because this bracelet has recently just come back into stock. There's a couple of bracelets on the website that are back in stock now. So this one's the double twist bracelet. So I wanted to add it to the lucky dip. So I forgot to pop it in a bag. So now it's in a bag. There we go. Right. Up next then today is Kitty McIntyre. Kitty, are you here? Tracy, thank you for the stars. Sorry, I don't know if I said or not. And Jackie, bless you. Thank you for the stars as well. David, she's there. She with you. Hello. So just to confirm, David, am I looking for your Facebook name or is Kitty commenting under her own name? Just so I know what name to look out for. It is you, Kitty. Perfect. Commenting on this one, that's absolutely fine. So first of all, Kitty, happy birthday. So it's your birthday in the next couple of days. I can't work out the time difference. But yeah, it's your birthday in the next couple of days. So I hope you have a fantastic day. And for tonight, you have got one opening altogether. So you get to pick if you'd like to have a oyster or a egg pop. What would you like to do? Excuse me. Oyster, brilliant. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So let's go down. And good luck, my lovely. Shirley, if you go to the Squidgy Pops group, and then the link is in one of the top posts there. So, Kitty, with your oyster, good luck. Lights pop there. You'd like to donate the shells? Bless you. Thank you, my lovely. There's your mother of pearl. Okay, so you have triples. You've got 3 pearls in your oyster, my lovely. Let me dry these up for you. And then I'm going to go through all 3 colours and you can let me know what you think. We've got a raspberry, a golden peach, and a denim blue. If you're happy with these, they are yours. If you're not happy, I can swap them for colours of your choice. You'll just need to let me know, obviously, which ones you'd like to swap out or which colour you'd like to swap in. But that's absolutely up to you. So if I run these through the board for you. The raspberry is not a 5, not a 5.5, he's a 6. The golden peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the denim blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Swap the peach for an apple green, of course. And then with the other two, are there any there that you would like to swap? That's perfect with the green, brilliant. So just confirm you're happy with all 3 of these, is that right? Yes, let me bring you back up again. You're very, very welcome. As I said, Kitty, I hope you have a fantastic birthday. And I hope you'll be happy with everything here once it arrives, my lovely. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, perfect. Up next then today is Emma Neville. Emma, are you here? Carrie, bless you. Thank you for the stars. Oh, Carrie, I didn't see your comment back on Facebook. Terrible. Would you? Blah, blah, blah. I forgot to. I'm so sorry. Would you like me to add you on for today? And I'm just going back. Happy to go on the end. Brilliant. Let me do that now. I haven't added anyone on there yet since that, so I'll do that now. And thank you for the stars, my lovely. Right, and Emma, you are here. Hello. Emma, let's start with your hatch and then we'll do your openings afterwards. Is there anything in particular that you're hoping for? Now, I've just seen, this is your egg here, but I've just seen, oh, this blue egg is open. And I've just seen the jewellery. And there's a load of pearls rolling around. But what I'll do is I'll add the jewellery into the lucky dip and then I'll get the pearls after. But sorry, this is your egg here. So let's go down. Amy, I can do an updated order list shortly. I've had a couple of people pull out, so I need to bump everyone's names up. So I'll do that afterwards. So your egg pop, hatch pop, Emma. You have got a bracelet. Now you've got 3 pearls here, so I'll show you the pearls first. We've got a golden peach, an amber, and a burgundy red. So golden peach, an amber, and a burgundy red. Now the bracelet is the feather bracelet, and it's on the adjustable black cord. Okay, so with this cord you pull the knots sort of together to make it larger. You pull the knots away from each other to make the bracelet smaller. Now this is the feather bracelet, which means it's got this gorgeous feather detail. So it does have the detail on both sides of the feather here. Okay, so, and you can choose to have your pearl on either side. You could choose to have a pearl on both sides. It would be the additional cost for the extra pearl, or obviously you can just have the one pearl on there. And also you don't have to have a pearl on here if you don't want to. You can sort of keep the bracelet as it is and the pearls loose as well, but that's up to you, Emma. What would you like to do? So you can choose to stick with both the jewellery and the pearls, or you can do a lucky dip for the jewellery, or you can do swap all 3 pearls for 1 oyster opening. Love that. You'd like to stick with that one. Perfect. Now, because we are sticking with that one, shall we do your other openings first and then you pick which colour you'd like on there at the end, or would you like to choose one now? So if I just write down, we've got the feather bracelet on there, and I'm going to bring you back up again. Actually, let me move these pearls up first, because we can keep these in the sand. We can't swap these colours, but you can choose to have these on the other item if you would like to. Yeah, decide at the end. Brilliant. So then you've also got 1 opening and a 4 pearl oyster as well. So if I grab the 4 pearl oyster for you, which other opening would you like to have? An oyster or a egg pop? So 4 pearl oyster. Yes, Sarah. Yes, I think that's in the rules. Let me just double check, because if I say yes and it's been a no, then that's not good. So, but let me just double check. Yes, if you choose to swap the oyster, you can swap whatever pearls are inside the oyster, if that makes sense. So yes, you can. But I just wanted to double check in case I've been saying no this whole time, because then that wouldn't be fair. But no, it's fine. So Emma, you'd like to have an oyster and you'd like to donate your shells. Okay, so we'll do the normal oyster first, and then we'll do your, oh, where are we? 4 pearl oyster afterwards. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for, Emma? No, don't be sorry, it's absolutely fine. Okay, so normal oyster. Lights pop there. There's your mother of pearls. There's no pearls on that side. Hoping for a Pepsi blue. It's not a Pepsi, it's a pickle times 2. You are twinning with pickle twins. And then moving on to your 4 pearl oyster. Lights pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. So you are, of course, quadding in there. So let me just dry these up for you. You have got a denim blue, a lighter pickle, so it is another pickle, but he's just slightly lighter, a more rosy gold, darker rose gold, and then a, actually no, it's not quite a candy floss pink, so it's a darker blush pink. Now he did say he was hoping for that Pepsi blue, so of course if you would like, there is going to be a waiting list for the Pepsi blue, so if you would like to go on that waiting list, that's absolutely fine. If you prefer not to wait, if you're happy with these colours or would prefer different colours, then obviously that's absolutely fine as well, and we can do that for you. So what do you think? And then I will need to know which ones you'd like where. The top 3 we can't swap, the rest of them, so the other 6 you can swap if you would like to. So measuring the largest first, the pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. So then going into twin number 1, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, he's a 6. Twin number 2 is not a 5, he's a runaway. Not a 5.5, he's a 6. So the twins are the same size there. Denim blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The pickle green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Darker rose gold's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And then of course that pink was an 8.5. Denim blue on the charm, yes. Oh, I need to top my bags up. I'll have to do that in a second. And can you have the pink on the bracelet? Of course you can. And then the other colours there, are you happy with those as your loose pearls, or are there any other swaps you'd like to do? So pink on the bracelet, blue on the charm. I'm going to be doing an updated order list in a moment, Shirley, so bear with me. That you will be added onto tonight if you're happy to do so. Two of the pickles from Midnight Blue and a Forest Green. Would you like to swap the pickle twins or the single pickle? As in like the single pickle and a twin. Where's the Forest Greens? There it is. The twins is okay. Okay, I don't know if I've got anyone on the waiting list for those, so let me just see. Oh no, it's Pinkle. Hang on. Pickle and Pinkle are such close in spellings that I always have to catch myself. Okay, so I do have a couple. So that would actually then fulfill that wait list. So if any other pickles went in there, because I had email from somebody requesting, so that's kind of perfect timing. So with that midnight and forest green there, are you happy with those? And then are there any other swaps that you'd like to do at all? Obviously, again, the top 3 we cannot swap, but the other 4 you can. And then you'd like them all on lobster fittings. So all 7 pearls there on lobster fittings, is that correct? Lobster loose. Okay. Let me pop these in here for you. The invoice for the fittings, that will get sent across tomorrow. It will go to the email address that's on the order form, Emma. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And Emma, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. No, you're very, very welcome. Sorry, I'm just grabbing my bag so I can grab some bags. I didn't realise I was running low. I can only do this job when I sort of... It's like a relaxing job to sort bags. I know it sounds strange. But yeah, I just haven't had... It's like a relaxing job that I can do when I'm not having to do other things. So, which is why I keep getting caught out having to do it on the live. Just quickly grabbing some correct bags. And then I'll do the updated order list, and then we shall carry on the evening. So just give me a moment. Those of you who don't know, so I obviously put the pearls in these bags on the lives, and then the jewellery in these thinner bags, and then I reuse everything. Now obviously, because I do staple the bags, eventually they do get so worn that they're just not, they sort of can't be reused, but I reuse them over and over again. But once I've used them, say for example when I'm packaging, I just pile the bags all in one because it's quicker than sorting it out there and there. But then what I'm left with is what I'm doing now, is a big bag of bags. I can't believe I'm talking about bags for ages. A big bag of bags which I then have to sort so I can use the correct size for the live. So hopefully that might be enough, we'll see, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I have printed these, so if we add these onto for today. Up next though is Lynn Lynch. Oh, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Lynn, are you here? Oh, I think you've already got an order today. Have you, Sam? Yes, let me add these together for you. Oh, I think you've got an order as well. Oh, so I could have just put the order list in. So I think I'm just adding... I am just adding them together. Oh, bless you, Lynn. Hello. And I did have to pause myself then because I didn't want to get it wrong. But hello, my lovely. Let me just pop the... So this is the updated order list, guys. Perfect. And Lynn, you're here, so let's mark that you are here. Lynn, you've got 3 openings altogether. Which 3 would you like to have? So you can have oysters or egg pops or a mix of each. If it's a mix of each, Lynn, I'll need to know how many of each you would like to have. 1 oyster, 2 egg pops. Perfect. There's your oyster. I am just going to move this, so they do have straps on. I'm just going to move the strap down because otherwise every time I dive in I end up pulling on the strap. So 2 egg pops. We're going to do your egg pops first and then we will do your oyster opening afterwards. With the oyster, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And overall, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Oh, you're on the hunt for the exclusive Blurple. Lynn, my fingers are crossed for you. I hope we can get a Blurple for you, my lovely. Okay, so good luck. Egg pop number 1. Kelly, what's your order number? I can have a look for you. You have got 3 pearls in your first egg pop. We've got a creamy white, so I'd say more of an ivory white. There we go. So ivory white, a coral. Now this coral is slightly two-tonal. He also looks like he's slightly a squished pebble, so he's slightly funky shaped, not fully round if you can see that. Now of course if you're not happy with these, we can swap them at the end, so just keep an eye on that and then let me know at the end. And then you've got this darker gunmetal grey as well. So creamy white, coral and a dark gunmetal grey. Egg pop number 2. 2 pearls in that one. Again, I think it's similar sort of shade here. I think this one's slightly larger but very similar in the shade. And a darker silver bells. So another creamy white and a silver bells. And then if we move on to your oyster, Kelly, I'll have a look for you in a moment, okay? Okay, so Lynn, your oyster. Light pop there. That the silver bells does have a blue hint to him, Hannah, doesn't he? It's more like a silver steel blue, isn't he? So there's your mother of pearl. Lynn, is that a Blurple? Lynn, you are twinning with Blurple twins, my lovely. Oh, I love that. So you was hoping for the elusive Blurple, and you are twinning Blurples, and they are ever so slightly different shades as well. So we've got one slightly darker, one ever so slightly lighter. Oh, I love that. Okay, so this one that I'm showing to start with is the slightly darker one, and then this one's just ever so slightly lighter. Oh, Lynn, I hope you're happy with that. So this one is slightly bluey, so he's more towards like a steel blue, but I would still say base silver bells. So from the top, you've got the creamy white, coral, gunmetal grey, creamy white, silver bells, and then twinning Blurples, one darker, one lighter. What do you think to these, my lovely? If you're happy with these, Lynn, then they are all yours. If you're not happy, I can swap them for colours of your choice. So if I run them through the board, the first creamy white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Darker gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7, sorry. The second creamy white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Silver bells is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And then the darker Blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6, sorry, he is a 6.5. And the slightly lighter Blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he is a 6.5 as well. possibly swap one white for a TARDIS or midnight blue. I don't have any TARDISes at the moment, but strangely enough I have midnight blues, which is so weird for me to say because it's been the other way around for so long. So have a look at this blue here. Oh, so it was to match the kilt. Now this was the photo you posted the other day. Now if this blue isn't right, the TARDIS blues I have actually purchased outside of an oyster, so as the loose pearls. So they'll be with me in about, I'd say another, possibly the start of next week. So if you would like to wait for sort of the more TARDIS-y blue, if that one, so it's that one there, if that's not correct, then, and that's absolutely fine. It's not too long of a wait to wait on, but obviously if that one's okay, then that's perfect as well. So what do you think? This one will work here. Brilliant. Okay, so then with these ones as your loose pearls, what do you think? So are you happy with all of these? You'd like to have the midnight blue on a small lobster fitting, okay. And then are you happy with the other pearls as your loose pearls? Also looking for something to go inside the snitch pendant, a golden peach or yolk yellow. Does anyone have a snitch pendant and can recommend? So I don't have any of the golds or the golden peaches. Actually, no, did one just get swapped out? So let me have a look. The yolk yellows, I've got the lighter yolks available. Let me just see if I've got a darker yolk over here, if one's been swapped out previously. Ooh, maybe one like that. So yeah, I've just found a couple. Let me show you. Yes, exactly, Shelley. Or like a house colour could possibly work. So these are ones I've just picked out. So that one's a brighter yolk yellow. So that is golden yolk yellow. And then you've got golden peaches, 1, 2, 3 or 4. Are any of those what you're looking for? If so, I'll need to know which one you'd like to swap out and obviously which one we're going to like to swap in. I can show an amber as well. So that bottom one is an amber. So take out the other white and you'd like that one there. So is that correct there, my lovely? Yes, brilliant. Okay, let's bring you back up. Lynn, I hope you're happy with that. I hope the midnight blue matches, and obviously I hope with your daughter, and hope she's happy with that as well. The invoice for that fitting will get sent across for you tomorrow, or go to the email address on the order form. Thank you as well for the donations with your shells there, Lynn. And that's safe at that for you. Now, let me just have a look to see if I printed this order but possibly didn't put it on the order list, because I can see your order, my lovely. So I'm just seeing if I printed it. Jennifer, Diane, Shirley, Helen, Shelley. I didn't print it. Okay, so it is, let me refresh. So Kelly, I can definitely add you on for today. If you're happy to be on today, I'm definitely happy to add you on. Lynn, I'm glad you're happy. I'll pop it in the comments again, Carrie, because we've just had brilliant, Kelly. So you're actually in the same place as you would be. Like you haven't missed. Because when I do the order list, I normally do it in the correct order. So the first order comes in first. So you are the most recent person, if that makes sense. So you are in the correct place. So you haven't missed out in that aspect, if that makes sense. So there's the updated order list. Up next is Charlotte Hayes. Charlotte, are you here? Charlotte, hello. Let's mark that you're here, Charlotte. So you have got, let's start with your hatch egg, and then we'll do your openings afterwards. So just double checking I've got this right. Brilliant. So with your hatch, is there anything in particular you're hoping for, Charlotte? Oh, nearly dropped it. Let's go down. And good luck. Oh, I saw a beautiful pearl then. Okay, so you do have a pendant. Now let me show you that pearl that I saw first. It popped out first. It's a two-tonal purple. Now straight away already you can see, but let me show you. So it's like a gorgeous lighter pinky purple, and then you've got like this really dark purple sort of almost stripe going around. It doesn't go the whole way round, but it is quite a nice proportion of the pearl. Gorgeous two-tonal purple there. Let me put it so we can see both. Okay, you've then got a periwinkle and a bridal white as well. So two-tonal purple, periwinkle, bridal white. Now you have got a pendant here, Charlotte. Again, it's one of the new pendants that is going to be in the blue collection. That will be going on the website very soon. So this one does need to have a pearl on here. Again, I don't think we've seen this one before. So I think it's the first time that you're seeing it. And at the very top, there we go. So it looks like it's like the top of like a roof, or that kind of what's the word? Open, oh I can't, it'll come to me. So it looks like a little triangle with little flicks coming out there, which is encrusted with clear crystals. Right below that, nestled in that crevice, is the blue crystal. And then you've got this drop coming away from that, and your pearl sets right at the bottom. And at the top as well, with the bail, it does have like a little loop-de-loop, so it's almost like it's hanging like a beehive, if you like. It's sort of hanging, I'm throwing all these words out, so it's hanging from the top to then sort of come down and round. Oh, I know, Amy, I know. I haven't described that one very well, Charlotte, but I'm hoping you can see him. Now, like I said, it does definitely need to have a pearl on him. What do you think? If you're happy with this one and the pearls and the jewellery, you can stick with both. Or you can swap the jewellery for a lucky dip, or you can swap the pearls for one opening. Can you have a lucky dip? Of course you can. So if I bring you back up and give this a mix, and then your lucky dip, and you've got this one. So it is a cage pendant. With this cage you can fit one pearl in at a time. It is on the website already, and then you will be able to swap and change the pearls around at home. To me, it's a music note. Other people can see like a swan in here. So I see a treble clef where you swell from the middle, swell up, twist, go round, down and flick. And then you've got this gorgeous sort of wing section, which does have, again, the crystals on to give it a little bit of sparkle. So that wing section could be the swan, and coming up for the neck that's tucked in below. So it could be seen as either. Now the pearl sits in this section down here, so it's shown through the bottom. I hope you're happy with that. Yes, you like that one? Brilliant. So he is yours. It is like a musical swan, exactly. Now, you do have other openings, so I'm going to leave these pearls in the sand because you can choose to have these on the jewellery if you would like to, but we can't swap these ones, as you know. So you've got 6 other openings then, Charlotte. Which 6 would you like to have? Oysters or egg pops? Excuse me, the hot drink is needed today. I've got a sore throat today, which normally happens on a Sunday, but it's sort of carried through, so the hot drink helps. So you'll see me sipping a lot more today, so I'm sorry for that. All oysters, brilliant. Donate the shells. Okay, how many have I got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so if we go down, donating the shells, are there certain colours that you're hoping for at all, Charlotte? Let's get another 9.5. You know, I mean, if we do, that would be like the most amazing luck in the world. Right, so oyster number 1. Are there certain colours that you are hoping for, my lovely? Double pop there. There's your mother of pearl. So we can definitely see there's no pearls on that side. Oh, you're hoping for a pinkle. And there's no more in there, so you are twinning. Twinning with That is such a hard colour to colour. I think they're seafoam green twins. They are seafoam greens. They are gorgeous. Now this one is slightly darker than this one, but again there's not a lot in it. But lighter seafoam green. Now, however, they do have more blue in them, which is why I was sort of questioning it. But I do believe they are more seafoamy, if that makes sense. Your next oyster. They're sort of got a mix of colours in them, Shelley, haven't they? But I think they're definitely base seafoam. There's your mother of pearl. Ooh. Seafoam again for a second time, however one in this one. Now seafoam is recent, it's the colour. It's been the colour of the night a lot recently. So again, let me dry these up for you. So I'm going to pop this on this side just to see if we can keep the twins separate for now, but I'll keep it there sort of in the middle so you can see. Your next oyster. Light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. You are twinning. Twinning with, oh, I think they're denim blues. Possibly, yeah, darker denim blue twins. Again, one is slightly darker than the other. Let me just wipe that off there. So one denim and then denim number 2. Now they are not quite Pepsi, but they are darker denim. So hopefully we can see the difference there. Your next oyster. Light pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. You are twinning for a third time. And twinning with golden peach pearls. These are slightly smaller twins compared to your first 2 sets, but the colour still pops. And then still 2 oysters to go, I believe. So your next one. Sharp pop there. There's your mother of pearl. You've got a rose gold. There's no more in that one. So a lighter rose gold. There we go. And then moving on to your last oyster. light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. You are twinning for a 4th time. Lucky, lucky night tonight, Charlotte. So no. Oh my gosh. No 9.5s today. But we've got some gorgeous colours. And again, twinning with Pepsi, denim blue twins again. If I show you again, that's slightly darker denim, but they're not the bright Pepsi. Okay, so two-tonal purple, periwinkle, bridal white. We cannot swap those, but you can choose to have them on the jewellery. You've then got rose gold and sea green. Seafoam green. Then you've got seafoam green twins, denim blue twins, golden peach twins, and then denim blue twins at the bottom, which are slightly lighter than the first pair. What do you think to all of these, Charlotte? If you're happy, I'll need to know which ones you would like where. Saved a Pepsi last week. You did. Okay, so I don't have that now. Do you remember the order number? If not, it's fine. I can just write down. So Pepsi from previous order, and then I'll have a look because I noted it that it was for the jellyfish, didn't I? So yeah, not a problem if you don't have the order number. So then with your other colours then, do you know which ones you would like where? So we've got the Love Within Elephants charm, the Peace and Daisies charm, Reuben's charm, Surfing Sunset charm, and the Squirtle charm. So Love Within Elephants, Peace and Daisies, Reuben's, Surfing Sunset, and Squirtle. It is lovely, Amy, especially because it's double-sided, the surfboard, and it is back in stock today. That is one that came back in stock today. Can you have the two-tonal from the pop on the surfboard? Yes. So two-tone purple on there. Yep. One of the peaches on the daisy, yeah, so golden peach on there. I won't know, Charlotte. I won't, yeah, I'm so sorry, I won't know. I'll have to go look at the timeline to see who's on there. I mean, you can go on the wait list again for another pickle, because I think the two there were then completing my pickle list. So I assume then if you was on that list, then yes, one would be for you, or unless it's been fulfilled previously, obviously. It was most likely fulfilled previously, actually, because like I said, those two were recently fulfilled, if that recently added. So it's I'm so sorry, I can't remember off the top of my head with the colours if they've been fulfilled or not, but obviously I keep track written on the everywhere. The single sea foam on the turtle. Yeah. So then we still need colours for Love Within Elephants and Reuben's Charm. First of the Denim Blue Twins, that gorgeous darker one on the star. Yep. So okay. So then the last one is the Love Within Elephants. So greens I've got at the moment are apple greens, forest greens, tidal greens, and sea green. So you've got pastel apple green, brighter apple green. That one's the sea green. And then forest green, which looks quite chocolatey there. So I'm going to have a look to see if I've got a different one. And then that one's the tidal green. So that one's a couple, like two-tonal with blues and chocolates in. Not massively so. It is definitely more green than blue and chocolate, but sometimes you can see hints of it in. Now my forest greens are very dark. Possibly that one. It's more green. The sea green, of course you can. And is it the sea green on the Love Within Elephants, or is that just have as a pearl as your loose pearl? On the charm, brilliant. So sea green on there, perfect. So that is all of the pearls for your jewellery. So it will just be then with these as your loose pearls if you're happy with these colours, or if there's any others that you'd like to swap at all. I don't have mystic purples at the moment, no. So purple wise, I've got lavenders, Cadbury purples, some silver purples. I don't have any grape purples at the moment. Periwinkle is a bluey purple, and some darker purples, but it just depends on how dark we're thinking, if that makes sense. If you'd like me to get some to show you, I can do. So it just depends on what sort of shades are you looking for. You'd like to donate the peach, the rose gold and the white to the next couple of people on the order list. Charlotte, that's extremely kind of you. Again, bless your heart. Thank you, my lovely. I'm sure whoever receives that will be very grateful. The bottom two denims, you'd like to have two lavenders. Okay. I don't know if have I got denim blue on my... I do have denim blue. Added to there. A blush pink, yeah. Yep, you like that blush pink, brilliant. Which colour would you like to swap out for the blush pink? The sea foam above the denim, okay. Again, I think that's waiting list on that one, so let me have a look. And then are there any other swaps that you would like to do at all? So let's put these sort of in a row now. You'd like to have all of those on pin caps. Okie dokie. Let me bring you back up, and if I write that down, you'd like to be invoiced for pin caps on those pearls. Brilliant. So no, don't be sorry for swapping. The swaps are there and are allowed, so yeah, we don't have to be sorry for them at all. I hope you're happy though, Charlotte. Your invoice, that will get sent over for you tomorrow. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. And yeah, I hope you're happy with everything. And thank you for the donations with your shells as well. Okay, up next then today is Samantha. Samantha McNamara. Are you here? Sam, you've sent a loyalty card. Yes, let me have a look. Oh, right at the top here. Name and date is on there. Perfect. Okay, perfect. So that means, Sam, you've got 1, 2, 3 openings altogether. Which 3 would you like to have? Oysters or egg pops or a mix of each? If it's a mix of each, I'll need to know how many of each you'd like to have. all oysters, donate the shells. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, that was a good handful there. So if we go down for you, Sam, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Okay, so oyster number 1. I knew what you meant, it's not a problem at all. So yeah, oyster number 1. Light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And you are twinning with Pepsi Blue Twins. Twinning Pepsi Blues to start with there, Sam. Oyster number 2. Babs, bless you. Thank you for the stars. Light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Ooh, I can actually feel, yep, there we go. You are twinning. It's a twinning night tonight. Twinning for a second time with, oh, that's seafoam grass greens. So it's that colour which is slightly darker than the seafoam, but not fully dark to be full grass greens. I mean, this one is definitely almost a grass green. However, this one is slightly lighter. So yeah, seafoamy grass green twins there. And then your last oyster. Sharp pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here, twinning for a third time. 3 out of 3, Sam. There's no more in that one. Bruno, thank you for the stars as well. Again, Bruno, that's very, very kind of you. Sam, your last set of twins are a bridal white, I believe. Let me just finish drying them up. Oh, actually, they look definitely more creamy ivory white. So I apologise, not bridal white, more ivory. What do you think to these, Sam? If you're happy with these, they are yours. And then I'll need to know which ones you'd like where. If you're not happy, as you know, we can swap them for colours of your choice. Oh, yes, thank you, Jennifer. You do get the donated pearl as well, which is the bridal white. So if you have a look at the white next to your ivory creams, you can sort of see, yes, definitely see the difference there. What lavender, so darkest lavender I have. Possibly this one is the darkest one I've got. swap out the cream and you'd like that on the charm. Brilliant. And then would you like to have a pearl on your other item? So lavender on there. You'd like to donate the other cream to Charlotte, or she can choose a different colour if she wants. Is that Charlotte? Which Charlotte? Just confirm for me which Charlotte, just so I don't get it wrong. Charlotte Hayes, perfect. Charlotte, are you happy with the donated cream, or did you want to swap the colour as Sam has suggested? And then Sam, while I'm waiting for Charlotte to answer, so if I move the cream to the side, because obviously that's either going to be Charlotte's or swapped for a different colour, is there any other swaps you'd like to do at all, Sam? White on the other item, perfect. And then you'd like to be invoiced for 4 basic studs with the seafoamy, greeny grass greens and the Pepsi blues. Okay, of course. Charlotte, can you just confirm, are you happy with the cream, or did you want to swap it for a different colour? And Charlotte, as you obviously had your order tonight, that will get automatically added onto there for you, so you don't need to do anything with that. It will get automatically added for you. I'm going to pop it here just so I can move the sand out of the way, but if not, we can swap it. So I won't attach the name just yet until, Charlotte, you have confirmed. Sam, the invoice will get sent across tomorrow for you to the email address that's on the order form. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well, and that's safe up there for you. You'd like to swap for a candy floss pink, Charlotte? Okay. So the white's just going to go over here, and then candy floss pink. Let's go for this one. Are you happy with that one there? Just pop that there, but again, if you can confirm, and then that's perfect. Brilliant, Charlotte. Okay, that brings us to up next today is Cindy Brown. Cindy, are you here? Cindy Brown, are you here? I definitely saw her before, Shelley, yeah. Cindy, I emailed back about the cards because I didn't see a photo attached at all. So I have emailed back there, so I won't be able to do those until that photo can be sent across. Are you able to send the photo across today? And then we can add it onto the opening now, or would you prefer to do the opening now and then to send that across when you're ready? Oh, Sam, no, sorry. Sometime, do you want me to go through and measure them? Um, it's not that I don't measure them. I think sometimes I go to, but then if you start talking to me, I start sorting the pearls straight away, and then I seem to forget. So I'm very happy to go back through and measure if you'd like me to. I am sorry. So Cindy, you've said yes. Sorry, Cindy, I asked multiple questions. So is it yes that you would like to do the opening now and then when you're ready send the cards, or yes that you can send the card, the photo, and then we can add them together? Oh, bless you, Sam. No, I completely understand. Yeah, no, if they look like they're nines though, I'm sort of making a point to measure them before I start moving them around or doing swaps or anything. Um, but yeah, I am sort of still doing it, but yeah, if you sort of tell me before, then I start moving them around so then I'm not losing comments and stuff. You're going to send the cards again, Cindy. Okay, would you like me to put you a person back to give you a chance to do that? So I could just sort of move you one person back. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so I'll see you in a moment, my lovely. Up next then is Carol Grant. Carol, are you here? So on the order list, guys, I've just moved Carol and Cindy. We just swapped them around just to give Cindy a chance to send the cards, the photo over for me. Carol, hello. So Carol, you have got 4 openings and you'd like to have 4 oysters. Okay, perfect. Donate the shells, Carol. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Are there certain colours, Carol, that you're hoping for? So oyster number 1, good luck. Lights pop there. There's your mother of pearl. You are twinning from your first oyster. So we're twinning with autumn peach pearls. Do we not have sound? My sound is still working my end. So is it? Okay, so if the microphone is on for some people and not others, then it's not my end, that is a Facebook thing. So possibly come out and come back in again. Obviously, my microphone normally cuts out around 3.5 hours, and for me it's still showing that it is okay. So twinning autumn peaches there, Carol. Oyster number 2. Light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And we've got a larger lemon yellow. He is definitely a larger pearl. Moving on to your next oyster. Double pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Oh, and he looks like he is a grass green. There's no more in that one. So again, it is a sea foamy grass green, but to me, he definitely looks like he's dark enough, yeah, to be a grass green. Again, another good, nice sized pearl there. Look at him. Beautiful. And then Carol, your last oyster. Lights pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And you are twinning for a second time with Pinky Rose Gold twins. Okay, what do you think to all of these? Autumn Peach twins and Pinky Rose Gold twins. And then we've got a lemon yellow and a grass green. If you're happy with these, Carol, I'll need to know which ones you would like where. If you're not happy, I can of course swap them for colours of your choice. So Autumn Peach Twin 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Autumn Peach Twin 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Rose Gold Twin 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Rose Gold Twin 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Lemon Yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the Grass Green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5 as well. Oh yes, sorry. You do get the donated pearl as well. Which is the golden peach. Thank you, bud. Swap an autumn peach for a dove grey for the elephant. Okay. Can we swap that? Oh, sorry, Carol, I didn't see that. So you'd like to swap the other autumn peach or Pexi blue for the jellyfish on green on the rainbow. So green on the rainbow. And you'd like Pepsi, so there is going to be a wait on the Pepsi Blue, okay, so the waiting list. And then it's the Spotted Wings Charm. So we've got the Pepsi Blue for the jellyfish once the swap is complete. Then you've got Dove Grey on the elephant, green on the rainbow, and then we've got the Spotted Wings Charm. What do you think here, Carol? So we just need the last pearl for the last charm, and then of course if you're happy with the other pearls as well. So I'm just going to keep refreshing my comments just so I don't miss you. Cindy, yep, I have got it come through, my lovely. So you are up next. Thank you for sending that through. Okay, so if I just hold it there like that. I mean, if you would like, if you prefer to, you can take a screenshot and then email me that choice across, Carol, if you would like some more time to think about it. Swap one of the pinky rose golds for a cranberry. Yeah. And then is it cranberry on the jewellery? Let me have a look, Shelley, just because I've got a couple in here. Yeah, it was that one. So that's not a problem, Shelley. Pop that to the side for you, but you will have to remind me. I know you've got an opening later, haven't you? I think. Yeah, so just remind me though that it is to the side. If you choose to swap it in, obviously, because even though we pop them to the side, completely understand that obviously you may get pearls out that you prefer to keep instead, and that's absolutely fine as well. Lemon yellow on the spotted wings. Okay. So then with the rest of these pearls here, Carol, are you happy with those as your loose pearls? So there is going to be that slight weight on the Pepsi, but hopefully not too long of a wait. So it'll just be these three as your loose pearls. Are we happy with those? I don't have any TARDIS blues at the moment, so again there will be that weight on there. So if you don't mind waiting, I can do that for you. So then you've got the golden peach and the cranberry. Are you happy with those? Swap the peach for an icy blue. Okay. Yep, we did do the gifted pearl with this one. And then you'd like hoop fittings on these two, or would you like it on the TARDIS blue as well? Or is it just one? Which colour would you like on the hoop fittings? So you've got cranberry, icy blue, and then you will have that TARDIS blue. Like I say, it's just waiting for that swap to be completed. All three? Okay. Okay, Carol, I've got that down for you. Your invoice will get sent across for you tomorrow. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. Thank you for the donations with your shells, Carol, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there. Okay, and Cindy Brown, are you still here? You're very, very welcome. Cindy, you've got 8 openings altogether. Which 8 would you like to have? Oysters or egg pops, or a mix of each? If it's a mix of each, I'll need to know how many of each you'd like to have. Which 8 would you like? Four oysters, 3, 4. I did say 8, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cindy, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Okay, so starting with your egg pops, and you get the last of the donated pearls here, which is that rose gold pearl. Okay, so egg pop number 1. 4 pearls in that one. You have got a larger, that's actually a brighter autumn peach, a watermelon, a bridal white, and a darker two-tonal chocolate and gunmetal grey. So autumn peach, watermelon, bridal white, two-tonal chocolate and gunmetal grey. Egg pop number 2. 3 pearls in that one. You've got a Simba peach, which is slightly more similar with that one actually, but they are different. A pinky rose gold and a dark forest green. Your next egg pot. 3 pearls with that one. You've got a yolk yellow, another rose gold, and a bright magenta. And then moving on to the last egg pot. 4 pearls in that one, Cindy. You've got another yolk yellow. This one's slightly lighter than the first. A brighter Simba peach, again, even brighter so than that one. A silver bells and a dark gunmetal, almost black. So if I move these all over here, just because we do have the 4 oysters to open, I'm going to put that donated pearl in this line. Okay, so there's all your pearls from your egg pot. Moving to oyster number 1. Light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. I can definitely feel, I could definitely feel a pearl there. And you are twinning. With darker pearls here. And these are darker forest green twins. Again, they're very, very dark, but they do have that forest green hint to them. Moving on to your next oyster. Light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And Cindy, you are twinning with green pearls there. Now these are almost grassy pickles. I think they're more towards the pickle side, but they are darker pickles. So almost grassy pickles, but like I say, they are, I think, just slightly darker pickles there, which are gorgeous, and they're quite large as well, actually. Your next oyster. Double pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one, so you have got a yolk yellow, even brighter so than the ones that you had before. So what I am going to do is I'm going to pop that in the row of 4 here, just to make up the 4. So yolk yellow there. And then your last oyster. Light pop there. And you are quadding with your last oyster, Cindy. We've got a seafoam green, a raspberry, a bridal white, and a larger midnight blue. So from the top, dark forest green twins, pickle twins, seafoam green, raspberry, bridal white, midnight blue. Then you've got the autumn peach, watermelon, bridal white, gunmetal and chocolate, Simba peach, rose gold, forest green, rose gold, yolk yellow, rose gold, magenta, yellow, and yolk yellow, Simba peach, silver bells, gunmetal grey. Cindy, I definitely need to have which one you'd like on your jewellery. If there are any colour swaps that you'd like to do, we can do that as well. And then I'll start going through to measure them. And then, yeah, just let me know what you think, what you would like to do. So if I start with the twins on this side, dark twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So they're the same size. Pickle twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. Pickle twin number 1 is not an 8.5, he is a 9. Pickle twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. So they are measuring different sizes, but you are in the 9 club with one of the pickles if you choose to keep him, Cindy. Also, if you choose to keep him, you'll get a 9 club badge as well, which I'll grab for you in just a moment. Seafoam green is not a 5, not a 5.5, he's a 6. The raspberry is not a 5, not a 5.5, he's a 6. And the bridal white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The midnight blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5 as well. So like I said, I'll grab that 9 club badge in a moment if you choose to keep him. The first peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Watermelon's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Bridal white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the chocolate gunmetal is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Peach number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Forest green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, sorry, he is a 7. And the rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Yolk yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Your rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The magenta is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, he's a 6. The last yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The Simba peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The silver bells is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the gunmetal is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. Cindy, what would you like to do? Swap the white for a bright pink and the yellow for a bright blue. Oh, what I'm going to do, because you'd want them both on the jewellery, let me just see if I can get matching sizes for you. Okay, so I would invoice you for the additional pearl on there, but just have a look with those two there. Are you happy with those? Yes. Okay, and then the rest of the pearls, are you happy with these as your loose pearls, or are there any others there that you'd like to swap at all? Oh, bless you, Shirley. You're not that many away, I don't believe. Here's the order list here. After Cindy's opening here, I am going to take the quickest comfort break, if that's okay. I'll be as quick as I can. Normally I'm only a minute or so. But obviously I'm just going to double check because any swaps and stuff first for you, Cindy. You'd like to have the seafoam as studs. So we've got your pickle twins. Would you like, do you mean these ones as the studs, or have I got that wrong, my lovely? And then you'd like the rest of them on hoop fittings, of course. I am gonna leave your seafoam there because you do have a single seafoam green. So if you wanted me to match that one, I'd need to know which colour to swap out instead. The pickles, perfect. Okie dokie. So your invoice for the additional extras will get sent across for you tomorrow to the email address on the order form, Cindy. I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And thank you for the donations with your shells as well. Now, as I said, I am going to take a really quick comfort break. Aaron's here to come and talk to you. Up next will be Jennifer Hill, if you're here, Jennifer. But I'll only be a moment or so I'll see you in a second.
Hello there. How is everybody? Hello, hello, hello. What are we up to on this fine and fantabulous day? We all know the drill. Those of you that have seen me before, what are we doing? What are we saying? What are we crafting? Hello, hello. Hey Shirley, hey Linda, hey Rosie. How is everybody? Oh, what's going on with this? Hello Kay, hello Beverly. Hello Carol. Hello, hello, hello. So, today's current printer choice is my daughter's been begging me to do some hair stuff. So we've got some hair grippy things for her. So that is on its way at the moment. Before we did something else, I did a little Quidditch, snitch, kind of hair pin thing. A few different crafts that we've been up to as of late. Hello Wonder, doing fine in Wisconsin. Very nice. What time's it over there? You guys are backwards in time, aren't you? You never know with America which parts, as in what time zones in which part. Hello Kelly. So you've got an opening, Rosie. Very nice, very nice. I'm a good partner. Why thank you. Why thank you. Make sure you pass that message along. Brownie points and all that. Hello Carrie. Very nice, Rosie. Well, I hope you will be happy with your opening when it comes up. So 5:30 in New York. Okay. So you're about 6 hours behind. I think I was speaking to one of the guys over in the States who was about 4 hours behind. I'm not sure what part of the States he was in. 2:30 in Oregon. Okay. Even further back, so we're going West Coast, Oregon. Pure guess. I know nothing about American geography. I'm sure she knows it really. Yeah, but sometimes you've just got to kind of grind that in there.
Got a what?
Pardon?
What? What did you say?
I don't know what you're on about.
Sometimes you've got to grind what? Please answer.
Ingrain it. Grind was probably the wrong word.
Grind what? What's the conversation?
I was just saying about. They were saying I'm a good partner for stepping in. I was making sure they let you know. And they said that.
Why was the word grind used?
Ingrain it. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say.
No, I really don't. I really don't.
Fine. Fine. 10:34 Kettering. Yep, very nearby us. I really just looked at the time to see what time it was here. Oh, very warm over there. Yeah, very nice Wonder. So, Brecken's going to be with us in a moment. He meant ground. I'll go with ground. Sounds better. Sounds better.
Better than grind. Do you know what grind means?
Oh, yeah. Oh. Chili pips.
Thank you. Okay, Chelsea says she knows what you meant.
Everybody knew what I meant.
I obviously came in on the wrong section of what you were saying, and then you haven't explained. I still don't understand what you were trying to say.
To let you know that.
But why was the word grind used?
Well, someone said that they think she already knows. I was like, well, if you're pushing, you're kind of enforcing that message. There we go.
But that's not what you said.
No,
you said grind. Grind what in? I don't understand. This is the wrong word. Okay. But I do know, Bab. Thank you. I just didn't understand that at all. Oh, 9 Club badge. You do. Sorry, I really needed to have a quick comfort break. I kind of ran off there, Cindy. I'm sorry. Let me grab a couple so I've got them all over here. Oh, okay. So yeah, I just grabbed a couple. Cindy, let me. put them in there. Cindy, I'll attach this onto your order now. I'm so sorry. I kind of needed to run off quickly. Okie dokie. And that's up there. Perfect. Right, up next then is Jennifer Hill. Jennifer, are you here? Oh no, Amy, I was only messing. I knew all along it would be completely innocent. Yeah, but I just needed him to clarify. Like, hang on a minute, this is a PG show. What's going on? Oh gosh. Jennifer, hello. He looked tired. Yeah, so he's got a lot going on at work. He works so hard, and he gets up at like 4 or 5 a.m. and then he doesn't go to bed until like anywhere from now till like midnight, 1 a.m. and he just basically doesn't sleep. He runs, I don't know how he runs, because he just doesn't really sleep a lot. But it's what his body needs, because I don't understand. Like, and then once a month, like, he'll sleep for like 15 hours and then he'll be back to going. No, I don't understand it. But yeah, so he is working really hard at the moment. Jennifer, do any of the charms have to have a pearl on? Let me have a look. Those ones, no, you don't have to with those ones if you don't want to. But 4 openings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the mystery person is not on today anymore. We have moved them to, I think we've moved them to Friday. I'll have to double check again, but yeah, they're not on today. So Jennifer, let's go down. Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate? Sorry, Jennifer, you've already said donate the shells. Hoping for sea-themed bracelet, just charms. Okay, so yeah, if you don't want to have pearls on these ones, we don't have to have pearls on them. So that's good if that's what you're looking for. Pearl colours though, are there any that you're hoping for? Oyster number 1. Lights pop there. Oh, now the pearls have actually come off on that side. I will just show you. There's no pearls there. And in here, sticking with the twinning theme, Jennifer, you have got twinning Pepsi Blue Pals. Your next oyster. Lights pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And you have triples. So 3 pearls in that oyster. It's a pickle. We've got a pickle green. I'm just going to move these over slightly. There we go. You've got a lighter silver bells, not quite light enough to be a dove grey, but lighter silver bells, and then a larger lilac purple. Your next oyster. Lights pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. So you are twinning for a second time. Twin number one is an oil slick. So you can see straight away greens, blues, and purples there. So here's a gunmetal grey base oil slick. Twin number two is also an oil slick, not as much as twin number one, but twinning oil slicks, Jennifer. Wow, 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 wow. Love those. And then your last oyster. Lights pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. You are twinning with creamy white pearls. You'd like to donate oil slick number 2 to Mackenzie Johnson? Of course I can. Oh, bless you. Okay, so oil slick number 2, you'd like to gift to Mackenzie Johnson. I'm just writing down the message. Thank you for my dove greys for my studs. I don't know if Mackenzie's got an open order or not, so I will have to double check that. If not, we'll get in contact, so hopefully then we can arrange getting that sent to her. And if she does, it will automatically get added onto that open order, so that's not a problem at all. So you've got left then twinning Pepsi Blues and twinning creamy whites at the bottom, a oil slick, and then a pickle, a light silver bells, and a lilac. What do you think to all of these? Creams on stud earrings, of course. The lilac is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. So just started measuring those there. But the creams on studs, okay. The pickle on a pin cap. Yeah. a Pepsi Blue to the wait list, and then these 4 as your loose pearls. Bless you, Jennifer. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you for that. Pepsi does have a wait at the moment, so that both Pepsis. Oh, are you sure, Jennifer? That's so very kind of you. Thank you. Obviously, whoever's I don't know off the top of my head who they're going to be going to, but I'm sure whoever receives them will be extremely happy because obviously you've just cut their wait shorter. You've got 5 or 6. Oh, bless you. You've been lucky with the Pepsi Blues. Okay then, so these 3 as your loose pearls, and just to confirm, no pearls on the charms. Is that all correct? Oil slick in its own bag, I can. Just making a note to keep it separate. Perfect. Brilliant. No pearls and charms. Okay, so I've got all of that down for you, Jennifer. Your invoice, that will get sent across for you tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form. I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And thank you for the donations with your shells as well. Okay, up next then today is Diane Haspel. Diane, are you here? Diane, hello. Diane, let's do your hatch egg first and we'll do your opening afterwards. With your hatch egg, is there anything in particular that you're hoping for? So let's dive in for your hatch first. And let's go down. So good luck. This camera keeps moving tonight, dearie me. Okay, good luck. Okay, so you've got a pair of earrings here, which means you've got 2 sets of different colours to choose from. We have got whites and periwinkles. Okay, so 2 whites, 2 periwinkles. Now the earrings are the thread through beaded dreamcatcher earrings. So as the name suggests, they are thread through earrings. So the design is where you're meant to then see the back bit sort of dangling down as well as the front half dangling down. And we've got a couple of thread through dreamcatcher earrings on the website. However, these are the beaded ones, which means that we've got a slightly larger blue bead in the center of the dreamcatcher, as you can see. And then of course you've got that feather at the bottom. Now with these ones, you can choose to have pearls on or off the earrings. If on, they do sit just at the top of that feather there, and then sort of swing around just sort of alongside, just in front of the feather. What do you think with these? If you're happy with these, Diane, you can keep both the jewellery and the pearls. Or if you would like to, we can do a lucky dip for a different item of jewellery. or we can swap all 4 pearls for 2 oysters instead. What would you like to do? Love the earrings. Can we swap the pearls? Of course we can. So you actually get 2 oysters because you've got earrings here. So you do get the 2 oysters. So these go into the swap pot. Okay, so that means you've actually got 3 openings altogether. So 2 of them have to be oysters. With the last one, would you like to have an oyster or a egg pop? So 2 have to be oysters. What do you think with the third? Another oyster, perfect. Donate the shells. Let's go down. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for then, Diane? And are you thinking to have pearls on or off the jewellery, or would you like to wait to see until the end? So oyster number 1. Lights pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. You are twinning. You're hoping for Pepsi Blues. Okay, it actually looks like you're twinning with Forest. Oh, look at those. They are gorgeously bright forest greens. Really, really bright forest greens. Let me just wipe that bit off there. They are gorgeous greens. I'm very biased to greens, but they are stunning pair. Moving on to oyster number 2. Double pop there. There's your mother of pearl. You have triples. So 3 pearls in that oyster. Now you did say you was hoping for Pepsi Blues. We do have 1 Pepsi Blue here. It is a lighter Pepsi Blue, but he still is gorgeously bright, lighter Pepsi Blue. You've then got a sky blue as well, and then a lilac purple. And then your last oyster. Lights pop there. There's your mother of pearl. You are twinning with golden peach pearls as your last, from your last oyster, Diane. Look at those really popping with the colour there as well. So twinning forest greens, twinning golden peaches, and then you've got a Pepsi blue, a sky blue and a lilac purple. Now, like I said, the earrings can have pearls on or off, so that's completely up to you. And if you're not happy with any of these colours, we can swap them for you, Diane. So you just need to let me know what you would like to do. The forest green twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Green number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7, so they're measuring the same size there. Pepsi blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Sky blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Lilac purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And then peach twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. peach number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5, so again, they're measuring the same size there, Diane. Can we swap the sky blue and the lilac for bright pink and a sea green? Yeah. Now I do actually have people on the wait list for sky blues, guys. Just saying that just in case anybody sort of wanted to sort of, let me see if I can get a brighter one than that to claim one. I do have, yeah, people on the wait list for sky blues. So sky blue and lilac. Actually, let me put that blue in the bag. And then I'll cross that off in a moment. Okay, what do you think to those two there? Very similar to the twins there, actually. I think there is a different tone, but very similar. Those green, the twinning greens are just so bright. Yeah, so I've still got, overall I had 4 people waiting on sky blue, so now I've got 3 people, so, but not a massive wait. And then you're happy with the rest of those, Diane? That's perfect. And then no pearls on the earrings, but you've got some stunning colours there. Let me just write this down for you. So no pearls on there. Okay, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And again, thank you for the donations with your shells as well. Up next is Shirley Guthrie. Shirley, are you here? Diane, you're very welcome. Oh, my voice is going in and out. Please bear with me. Shirley, hello, my lovely. You have got a hatch and then some openings as well. So again, we'll start with your hatch if that's okay with you, and we'll do your openings at the end. With your hatch, is there anything in particular that you're hoping for? Let's go down. Good luck. Oh, look at those colours. Okay, so we've got 4 pearls here. I kind of want to do them in a colour order. So let's do lighter appley green. It's not quite the pickle. Then you've got yolk yellow, amber, and then blood orange. How summery are those? They are beautiful. Now they are paired with one of the newer charms, Shirley. So this charm, you can choose to have a pearl on or off the jewellery. If you choose to keep him, I'll need to know what fitting you would like. And this is the new Ladybug charm. Oh, she's so cute. So she is dimensional, so she does sort of curve up and sit, but she's, I mean, I don't know if she's counts as 3D, because she has all this different markings and dimensions, but underneath she is hollow. So I don't think it's full 3D, but it does have some dimension to him. So she's got her little eyes and antennae at the front, then you've got her wings with the spotted wings at the back, which are slightly open, like a ladybug, sort of almost in flight, if you like. Hang on, let me... It's quite hard to show you in the sand, actually. I think it is easier to see on camera when it's sort of up like that. She is gorgeous. But what do you think here, Shirley? Like I said, it's not very clear in the sand, but I think that's just the camera. But so you can either choose to stick with both the jewellery and the pearls, or we can swap the jewellery for a lucky dip, or we can swap all 4 pearls for 1 oyster opening. What would you like to do? Keep all, and you'd like to have red. So this one is a blood orange. So is it this one, or would you like to wait to see what you have from your openings? And I'll also need to know which fitting you would like there as well. We're going to wait to see. Okay, not a problem. But like I said, let me know the fitting whenever you know. So if I just move this, but I'm going to leave these pearls in the sand. And if I bring you up, you've got 3 other openings. Would you like to have oysters or egg pops with those? Hoop fitting on there, brilliant. Okay, so openings, 3 oysters, perfect. 1, 2 and 3, let's go down. Donate the shell, Shirley, thank you. Are there any colours that you're hoping for? Oh, this one's a stinky one. I don't know if you can see, it's got lots of stuff around, so let's get you a different one. Okay, so good luck. Deep pop there. Hoping for sea greens, Pepsis and sea foam greens. Okay, so there's your mother of pearl. There's no more in that one. You have got a blur pull from your first oyster. Oyster number 2. Light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. You are twinning with darker pinky rose gold twins. And then Shirley, moving on to your last oyster. Light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And we've got a, oh, I think it's a grass green. So a sea foamy grass green. He is more seafoam actually. Not quite dark, I think he's in between, but I'd say he's more seafoam green. So you've got Blurple, twinning pinky rose golds, and a seafoam green. Now Shirley, the top 4 we cannot swap. The bottom 4 we can swap. Okay, so if you would like to swap them, that's absolutely fine. If not, I will need to know which colours you would like where. So if I measure them through, the Blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Rose Gold number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Rose Gold number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And then the Seafoam is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. You'd like to have the Seafoam on the shell. Brilliant. One rose gold for a bright red. I'm going to go cranberry just because that is the brighter of the reds. However, if you would prefer to have a burgundy red, please let me know. So are you happy with that red there for the ladybird? So that one there is the cranberry. Let me get the burgundy for you so you can see. Okay, so which one would you like to have? Number 1 or number 2 for the ladybird? Number 1 or number 2? Burgundy, brilliant. Okay, and then with your other 2 items, which colours would you like where? Or of course, are there any others to swap? So the blurple you're thinking for the jellyfish, I personally think it would go, but it is completely your choice, Shirley. Yes, happy with that one on the jellyfish. So then it would just be your last item then. Would you like to have a pearl on there? If so, which colour would you like? It is, Shirley, yes. Green on the bracelet, perfect. And then just confirm, are you happy with the other pearls as your loose pearls? So the top three we can't swap, but the rose gold you can if you wanted, or of course if you're happy with that, then that's perfect. Swap the other rose gold to match the yellow and have long studs. So is that the simple studs? I don't know if I'm going to have a yellow to match that actually. Just because that is a yolk yellow, it's a brighter yolk yellow. And my yolk yellows here would be... Are you happy to potentially wait for that yellow match then? I'm just looking, but I'm not sure. No, it doesn't look like I've got that match there. So yeah, would you be happy to wait for the match, for the studs? Okay, so would you like me to swap the rose gold, or are you happy with the rose gold? Or would you prefer to have a different colour? For a lavender, and then it's the top 3 on a lobster fitting instead, and then the lavender as your loose pearl. Is that correct? Okay, so 4 lobster fittings there. Okay. I've got that down for you, Shirley, my lovely, and I hope you're going to be happy with that. Your invoice, that will get sent across for you tomorrow. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. And thank you for the donations with your shells. And that's safe up there for you. Perfect. Shirley, you're very, very welcome. Up next is Helen Robson. Helen, are you here? Helen, hello. Helen, you've got 2 openings altogether. Would you like to have oysters or egg pops, or one of each? In fact, let me just look at my microphone. In fact, now I've said it, I'm just going to change my microphone over, Helen, just so it doesn't run out in the middle of an opening. You'd like to have one of each. Perfect. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? So we're going to start with your egg pop, Helen. Let's go down. Again, I'm just going to move this camera over slightly. There we go. So, good luck. Two pearls in your egg pop. We've got a midnight blue, a really gorgeous bright midnight blue, and a snow white. You'd like to donate the shells, perfect, and you're looking for pretty colours. Okay, well then moving on to your oyster. Lights pop. There's your mother of pearl. You are twinning with raspberry twins. Helen, what do you think to all of these? Midnight blue and a bridal white, and then twinning raspberry twins. If you're happy with these, I'll need to know which one you'd like on your jewellery. If you're not happy, I can swap them for colours of your choice. Midnight blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the bridal white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. So they are measuring slightly different sizes. However, visually I think they are very, very, very similar in size there. Anne, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. That's very, very kind of you. You'd like to have the raspberry on the necklace, okay. And then the other 3 pearls, are you happy with those as your loose pearls? Or would you like to swap any of those colours at all? You'd like to keep them? Okay, perfect. Helen, I'm glad you're happy with those then. Let me bring you back up. I'm going to pop these in here for you. Thank you for the donations with your shells, Helen. And I hope that you're going to be happy with everything once it arrives. That's safe up there for you. Shirley, bless you. Thank you for the stars as well. Again, that's very, very kind of you. Thank you. Right, Helen, you're very welcome. Up next then today is Shelley Stanton. Shelley, are you here? Shelley, hello. Shelley, you've got one opening altogether. Would you like to have a oyster or a egg pop? Let me mark that you are here. Okay, so oyster or egg pop. Oyster, donate the shells, measure if it's bigger. Okay, let's go down. Shelley, good luck. Is there a colour that you're hoping for? Light pop there. Oh, and I can see a peeper. I think it's just popped out there, but there's your mother of pearl. And it was, you are twinning. So you're hoping for something that you're willing to swap. Does that mean you've got a colour in mind that you would like? You're not sure if it will come out, but so then in which case you would like a colour that you're happy to swap out for that colour. I'm assuming. Now you are twinning with darker lilac twins. They look very, very similar in colour and shade. Twin number 2, so that one there I think is ever so slightly smaller possibly. I'll measure them in just a second. Now what do you think to these? If you're happy with these, then they are of course yours. If you're not, we can swap them for colours of your choice. Lilac number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Lilac number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So they're both measuring the same size there, Shelley. Swap with number 2 for the rose gold that I've held for you. Brilliant. Okay. And you'd like to donate lilac number 1 to Heather Dix, of course. And then is it the rose gold that you'd like to have on the jewellery? Heather, if you've got the open order, then that will get automatically added onto there for you. If not, pop me an email over just so we can arrange delivery. But if you've got that open order, then you don't need to do anything, that will get automatically added on. And then Shelley, you'd like this one to go onto the charm. Perfect. Let me just write that down for you as well. Okay, Shelley, thank you for the donations with your shells. And yeah, I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. Okay, up next then today is Carrie Bully. Carrie, are you here? Shelley, you're very, very welcome. Carrie, hello. Carrie, let's do your egg hatch pops first, and then we'll do your openings afterwards. So hatch pop number 1. Is there anything jewellery wise that you're hoping to come out, Carrie, or should we just wait and see? So good luck for your first one. Three pearls in here. You have got a blood orange, a midnight blue, and a gorgeous grapey purple. And it is a new pendant, so it's part of the blue collection pendants that will be going on the blue collection, and it's a pendant that will be going on the website soon. This one does need to have a pearl on him. Again, he's a slightly smaller pendant, but he's almost like this cross shape, so it's all even sides though. So obviously normally with a cross you've got the longer center column, but this one is all the same, so almost like a clover. So crystal leaves, 4 leaves coming out each side, and then you've got the little blue crystal right in the center there. And then your pearl gets set underneath and sort of moves and wiggles around underneath. Your choice here, Carrie, is you can choose to stick with this one and the pearls, or we can swap the jewellery for a lucky dip, or we can swap the pearls for one opening. You'd like to have a lucky dip with that one. Okay. So mixing the lucky dip first, and then diving in. We've got, oh, now this is one of the new charms. So we'll need to know what fitting you'd like. This one, I don't think has photoed very well. I think I might have to go back and do it again. So overall, if I show you the back half, overall it is a heart. Oh, no, it's not the reverse. So that's the reverse side, is a heart. Now on the front half, it is a black encrusted heart, so black crystal encrusted heart. So lots of sparkle all over that. And then it's like a snake is getting wrapped around that heart. So I think this one's called the Temptation Charm. So it does have the stamp on the back there, but silver heart on the back with it's sort of bowed, domed up in the middle, black crystal overlay on that heart with the snake wrapping around it. Like I said, I just don't think I've captured it properly when I photoed it. But he is stunning. So I'm actually glad we've managed to show that one off actually. But Carrie, I hope you're happy with him. Very happy, brilliant. So I'll just need to know what fitting you would like there. And then I'll ask the colour of what you would like at the end. Okay. So if I write down... hoop fitting. Okay, I am going to take the pearls out, but I can add them back in again at the end just because we've got another hatch to go. So moving on to hatch number 2, and let's go down. Three pearls in this one. We've got a watermelon, a yolk yellow, and a tidal green. So you can see his green with a little bit of chocolate on there. So watermelon, yolk yellow, tidal green. Now I think that this one is one of the newer anklets. So you guys haven't seen this anklet yet. It does have a larger bell. A little clink, so it is a larger bell on the end, and this one you can choose to have pearls on or off, but I love this one because it's got these little clear disc charms all the way along. Now in each, so it's a chain base with these silver balls. The balls do not move, and then these little clear disc charms move in between each of their sections. Okay, so on every section the little disc moves, and I like it because you could add a pearl onto each section against the disc, so then that disc would also then reflect the pearl colour back. So it's just gorgeous. I just love it. So, but yeah, but you then also don't have to have pearls on here if you don't want to. You could choose to keep it as it is. Obviously you just spread the discs out, and they do move around independently as well. But there is one on each section. So yeah, that one there does move along. It's just because they've gathered there. Love him, Carrie. Does that mean that you'd like to keep that one? Again, you can choose to have the pearl on or off him there. And then the pearls, are you choosing to keep those, or would you like to swap all three for one opening, one oyster? Can you have an oyster instead of those? Yep, so I'll take those three away and we'll add on a oyster. And then moving on to your last hatch egg before we do your openings. Okay, so good luck for your third time. And you've got a pair of earrings. So the earring colours to choose from are going to be these darker, I think they're the raspberries actually, and then you've got dove greys. Okay, so raspberries or dove greys. And then your earrings are the thread through star earrings. So these earrings, again, you can choose to have pearls on or off the jewellery. If on, they sort of sit just in front of the stars there and dangle around just in front of the star. So obviously the back bit will dangle down, and then you'll have that sort of pearl sitting in front of the star. Or you don't have to have pearls on this. Like I said, you can keep these as they are. What do you think to these? So again, you could choose to stick with both the pearls and the jewellery, or you can swap the pearls for 2 openings, or you can swap the jewellery for a lucky dip. What would you like to do? Oh, keep those ones, and you'd like to have the raspberries on there, of course. Okay, so that's a definite. So let me just write down star earrings with raspberry. Okay, so let's bring back your other pearls then, because we're going to move on to your openings. Now this top row of pearls we cannot swap, but then of course any pearls that come out of your openings we can swap. So you've got twinning dove greys, a grape, a blood orange and a midnight blue. So you've got 3 openings then altogether. Which 3 would you like, Carrie? Oysters. So one of them has to be an oyster, but then the other 2 you can pick between oysters or egg pops. What would you like? Oh, let's mark that you are here. I didn't do that. Oysters, so 3 oysters altogether. 1, 2 and 3. You'd like to donate your shells. Okay. Are there certain colours you're hoping for? So oyster number 1. Lights pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Oh, look at those. Twinning with lighter, I think they're lighter raspberries. However, they are slightly different shades to each other. So one twin, which is slightly brighter but still light raspberry, and then twin number 2 is even lighter still. So you can see there the difference there. So raspberry twins, but both slightly different shades. Oyster number 2. Slight double pop there. There's your mother of pearl. You are twinning with, I believe, bridal white pearls there. And then your last oyster. Lights pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And you've got a single Pepsi Blue. So here's a slightly darker Pepsi Blue, but still gorgeously bright. So twinning raspberries, one darker, one lighter, twinning bridal whites, and then a Pepsi Blue. And then you've got your twinning dove greys, grape purple, blood orange, and midnight blue. So I'll need to know if you'd like to have a pearl on the Temptation Heart Charm or not. And I'll need to know if you'd like to have a pearl on the anklet or not. And of course, any swaps that you'd like to do, we can't swap the top row, but the other 5 we can if you would like to. So the darker raspberries, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, here's a 7. The lighter raspberries, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7, so they're the same size. Bridal white number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Bridal white number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5, so again they're measuring the same size. The Pepsi Blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So no pearls on the jewellery, so on the charm and the anklet, no pearls on either of those. Okay. So if that's the case, then I'll just be with these as your loose pearls then. Are you happy with those colours? Or are there any there that you would like to swap at all? You'd like to donate the midnight to Shelley Stanton. And then the darker raspberry to Talia Kelly. Of course, obviously Shelley had an opening tonight, so that will get added to that. If Talia's got an open order, that will automatically get added to that as well. If not, then Talia, pop me over an email and then we can obviously get that sorted and shipped to you. You'd like to swap one white for a burgundy red. Okay. And then you'd like to donate the dove greys to the next on the list. Bless you, that's very kind of you. Okay, Talia, that's perfect. Well, that will automatically get added to that then if you've got that open order. And Carrie, I hope you're happy with the rest of these here then. If I bring you back up. Carrie, thank you for the donations with your shawls, and I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well, and that's safe up there for you. So I'm just getting my bags. I've run out of bags again. Perfect, Carrie. Next then today is Kelly Southern. Kelly, are you here? No, it's absolutely fine, Carrie. Honestly, not a problem at all. And bless you, you didn't have to do that. Thank you for the stars. And Kelly, you're here. Hello, hello, hello. Kelly, you have got one hatch egg altogether. Is there anything in particular that you're hoping for? Good luck. Oh, so let's go down. You have got a cage pendant here with a gorgeous brighter yolk yellow, golden yellow I should say, a midnight blue and a appley green. Now your cage pendant can hold one pearl at a time, and you can swap and change this pearl around at home. It is the pumpkin carriage or the princess carriage. I think this one's called the pumpkin carriage on the website. So if I show you like this, it is a pumpkin with a love heart cut out in the middle there. So that's where you're going to see your pearl through the middle love heart. He's got the gorgeous wheels. If I turn him around, and then you'll see the pumpkin design on this side. He's got the little pumpkins like top section and the grooves all along. Kelly, what do you think to these? If you're happy with the pearls and the jewellery, you can stick with those. If you're not happy with the jewellery, we can do a lucky dip, or we can swap all three pearls for one opening. Can you have a lucky dip, Kelly? Of course you can. So this will get added into the lucky dip pot only after we've done your, like, pulled your one out. So if I just give them a mix first, and then Kelly, good luck. Okay, I think I've got one there. And you've actually got a different cage pendant here. So again, this is a cage pendant that holds one pearl at a time. And you can swap and change your pearls around in him at home. On this one, on the website, is called the Angel Cage Pendant. So he is, as the name describes, a little angel. The pearl sits in the face section here, so you've got the hair at the top, then you've got this little heart at the bottom of the face, so the pearl sort of sits in that area, so you won't see the design behind, because the pearl will be covering that up. And then beneath the heart you've got a larger crystal, and then the wings coming out from behind there as well, so you've got a little bit of sparkle, and yeah, the pearl sits in the top section. Kelly, I hope you're happy with that one. No, I don't think this one's been on the website a while, I think. I think it is called the Angel Cage. So if I bring you back up here again. We can only do one, I'm afraid, Kelly. So we can't change the pearls and the jewellery. We can only, the option is to keep both, or change the jewellery, or change the pearls. We can't do both, I'm afraid. Oh, bless you. No, it's not a problem at all. But I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. Let me pop this on here for you. And, oh, I just dropped my stapler. I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. Now, am I going to be able to reach that? Oh, yeah, I can. Nope. There we go. Okay. Now, I believe that is the end of the order list for today. Kelly, you're very welcome. So we're going to be live again on Friday evening. We'll be live from around 8 p.m. on Friday. So if you'd like to join us, I will see you then. If you'd like to order, there is still space available as well. I think it'll be the last night for the hatch game, but I will have to double check. But I think that's the case there. So yeah, I hope you will have a brilliant rest of your week, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.